What's up, YouTube? Shawn here with the Guaranteed Success Plan, and today I want to talk about when you should hire an assistant, and it actually might surprise you. All right, let's cut the fluff and get straight into it. A big problem that I faced when I started actually really cranking up the heat and really started producing a lot of sales a month, and I'm not talking about like 2, 3, 4, 5, I'm talking like 10, 12 deals a month as a solo agent. I was running out of time every single day. I remember I was up till 1, 2, 3 in the morning consistently, like 7 days a week, just to keep up and catch up with paperwork. But I kept thinking to myself, there's other agents that are busier and doing more, and I don't see them having assistants, or I'm too new. Because again, I wasn't even a year in the business when I started getting that busy. I'm like, maybe I'll just make it to a year. Maybe I'll hire an assistant a little bit later. Well, I'm telling you guys, when you should hire an assistant is not when you get too busy. You should actually hire an assistant today. Now, I'm not talking about a full-time assistant, someone that's gonna be an hourly wage or somebody that's gonna go on staff as a salary or anything like that. You obviously need to be doing a ton of production if you're gonna hire somebody as a full-time staff or salary position. But what I'm talking about is actually a VA, so a virtual assistant. My first VA, for example, like I've literally never met them. But we talk all the time, we communicate via text, email, phone, all that kind of stuff. But what happens is when I hired her, she freed up an enormous amount of time. One, for me to actually get some rest, so I don't have to be working till 2, 3, 4 sometimes in the morning just to catch up on paperwork. As well, she also clearly freed up time during the day, but I'm not talking about just normal time. So a few things. When you're sitting there doing paperwork in the middle of the day, clearly you're not prospecting, and that's got to be the #1 main focus every single day. Is our job is prospecting for new business, not managing and chasing down paperwork and files. So if you're spending more time doing paperwork than you are actually prospecting, your business is going to slow down, or it might even die. So by picking up a VA, so a virtual assistant, you can actually cut all of that out completely. And one of the best parts about a VA is you actually pay them per deal. So I've seen as little as 150 a deal. I've seen about as much as 400 a deal. You can get them all in between depending on your area, where you find them, what you expect them to do. For me personally, my first one was $180 a deal, and I didn't touch any paperwork at all. Offer came in, went to the assistant. I negotiated it, but went to the VA. I didn't put any of the photos in, none of the listing details, any of that kind of stuff. Obviously, I'm gonna do my own write-up, but besides that, the deal is up, live, ready to go. Saved me hours and hours and hours. But the unexpected savings, the one I didn't realize where I was wasting time, is actually when I was filing the paperwork and catching up and all that kind of stuff, my phone would ring, I would get text messages, I'd have to leave the paperwork for whatever reason, and when I came back to it, if I'd already spent 10 or 15 minutes getting into it, I'd have to spend another 5 or 10 minutes catching back up, seeing where I left off, all the documents and stuff like that are closed that I was working on. So realistically, if I was only to spend like an hour or 2, or let's say 3 hours tops, doing all the paperwork for a deal, it was actually costing me more like 4, 5, 6 hours to do that same amount of paperwork, because I kept getting sidetracked, getting back into it, opening files again, all that kind of stuff. So the unexpected savings of the VA is actually getting double the time back during the day. And realistically, our forte is going to be sales, negotiating, prospecting, acquiring new clients, all that kind of stuff. Our forte is not paperwork. And if your forte, if your #1 skill is paperwork, you're probably having a tough time in this industry, I'm not gonna lie. So instead of doing paperwork, we should be either spending time growing our business, spending time with our friends and family, or spending time resting and relaxing. We should not be spending time doing admin work. Literally, there are people that love doing that stuff. Hire them for it. And one really cool thing is actually, if you can't afford one today, like myself, when I came to this industry, I know I talked about this on other videos, I was dead broke. I had not $1 to my name. I was literally, like we said, selling furniture for food. I couldn't afford a VA at the beginning. But what you can do is actually hire one that's a little bit more expensive, but you pay them at the end with your commission. So you actually don't got to pay them up front. This way, it takes all the stress, all that kind of stuff out of it, and you can be hyper-focused on your business, on income-generating activities instead of busy work. I hope that video was useful for you guys. I know I wish I would have seen this when I started, and I wish I would have listened to so many people's advice saying, you're getting too busy, you need to hire them in. And actually, I would go back and tell myself, hire them in literally day 1. The very first thing we should do in any business, there's so much advice about this, is hire somebody for the stuff you're not good at, or hire somebody for the things that aren't generating you income or generating you new business. Admin work is not generating you new business. I hope that helps everybody. If anybody's been questioning it or anything, literally just go for it. It will change your business. I'm paying a few $1,000s a month now for my admin, and I would not change it for the world. I'm telling you, it takes so much off your plate so you can be hyper focused on the things that truly matter. If you guys like this video, if it was useful, you know what to do. Ring that bell up top, subscribe so you don't miss anything in the future. Leave me some comments or DMs. Make sure you reach out, send me an email, fire me off an email, and let's connect. And anyways, guys, till next time. it.